what I wanted to do was a video where I complain very loudly about what I don't like about your signs. Hello! My name's Tylore King. You may know me as Aries Lilith all over the internet because I do lots of crazy shit like drawing and making YouTube videos with other people, but not for myself. You may not know this, but I am an astrologer, and I have been an astrologer for probably since high school at least, so gotta be like 5 or 6 years now? I don't know. I haven't really kept track. So this is what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna drag your sign. I'm hoping this video may be a little bit cathartic for people who are pissed off at someone right now. This isn't meant to be like hateful, it's meant to be fun. We're all human, we all have every single sign in all of our charts. So if you get mad, I don't care. You can fight me in the comments, that's cool. If you're a good sport and you have a good sense of humor, you're probably gonna like this. So anyway, you know, we'll cut right to the chase. Let's begin. Aries. I have a soft spot in my heart for Aries people because I was raised by 2 of them. Both my mom and my dad are Aries. So that being said, I have a lot to say. Why do y'all gotta be the winner all the time? Why you gotta make everything a fucking competition? There are things in life that you don't have to win at. You can just do them. Instead, you gotta fucking pull people into your weird game without their consent and then make them feel like shit because they lost a game they didn't even know they were fucking playing. Life is not about winning all the time. Like, for example, you're fighting with an Aries and you make more sense than them, they're not going to acknowledge that. They're not going to give you credit for being right or making sense. What they'll do is start to flip the argument over on its head, turn it around on you, and then start taking credit for your ideas. So you tell an Aries, hey man, the sky is blue, and Aries is like, fuck that, the sky is green. And you'll fight about it for like 20 minutes until eventually the Aries realizes you're right, but it's like deep down in the subconscious level that they don't acknowledge, and they'll just start telling you the fucking sky is blue. What the fuck, Aries? I just said that. And they're like, no you didn't, you've been wrong the whole time and I've always been right. Before you even have the chance to defend yourself, they're already gone doing something else. Thanks, Aries, you really suck. Moving on to Taurus. You're disgustingly lazy. Nothing pisses me off more than like when you're hanging out with a Taurus person or your Taurus friend and they have like 3 different types of drinks or something in front of them. They'll have like a coffee and a tea and a juice and like water and like everything going, and if you go, hey, can I have a sip of that? They'll say no. You cannot have a sip of one of any of my 4 drinks because I need all of it. I have it all measured out to what I want and they're all for me. Like if you're hanging out with a Taurus, you gotta look after yourself, because like you don't ask a Taurus if you can have their food or their drink because they're gonna say no. The other thing that sucks about Taurus is that you can't like call them and do something. You need to give them a week's notice. There's no such thing as like calling them up and being like, hey man, let's got tickets to this awesome thing. Like they're like, no, you need to give me like a week to mentally prepare. Gemini. Y'all make shit up. Like, fuck, you change your mind like it's the goddamn weather. It's not that you can't really trust Geminis, but you can't really trust Geminis. They will just say whatever makes the most sense to say in the moment. Whether that's actually true or not remains to be seen. Like, for a sign that's so factual all the time, well, they really have a bad habit of like saying one thing and the next day you ask them the same question and they'll just say something completely different. Nobody stirs the shit pot better than a Gemini. The thing about Geminis, you never really know what you're gonna get. Like every time you call them or hang out with them, they're a different person. Cancers. Man, you're so fucking angry all the fucking time. I don't think people talk enough about how angry Cancers are. They are the pinnacle. Like, okay, every sign has its temper, its specific type of temper. The thing about Cancer temper is that they're pissed off at everything because they want to control everything, but they don't have the balls to actually get involved with anything. So you get Cancers and they'll just sit there and they'll just get more and more and more and more pissed off until they fucking lose it, and either they do something incredibly passive aggressive, call you out on something that's like completely minor and make you cry, or they just sit there and fucking ruin everything with their shitty attitude. what the fuck, Cancers? You need to like get a hobby that like helps you get out your frustrations, or like just actually talk about what's pissing you off. Like do something about it instead of just being angry all the time. Leos. Okay, I have a Leo moon, so I'm just gonna drag myself right now. Not everything's about you. You can't like, okay, if you're having a conversation with someone in the same room as a Leo, the fucking Leo is gonna butt in the middle of what you're saying to someone else and like assert how they are relevant, assert what they think about it, assert how it relates to them. Leo, this isn't about you. But Leo's like, yeah, but it is. Because I had something to say. You can literally be like congratulating someone on something they did, and the Leo in the room will be like, thank you. They'll take the credit too. Fucking Leo and Aries are bad for taking credit for other people's shit. And also, we get it. You have good hair. Your hair looks great today. You don't need to sit there and wait for someone to compliment your hair every single fucking day. Like, it looks good. You're welcome. Go away now. Virgos. Holy fuck, you can't have a fucking conversation with a Virgo without them correcting you. Like, it's just not possible. Like, doesn't matter what you're talking about or if they actually understand what you mean, they're gonna correct you on the semantics. They're gonna tell you used the wrong word in that situation. If you're typing an essay to them, they're gonna fucking fix your grammar. Like, you can't actually get a point across to them because they cannot hear you, they cannot comprehend, they cannot understand anything because they're way too distracted by the fact that there's a mistake in the way you said something. Like, I think that's probably my number one pet peeve about fucking Virgos. Also, like, you're party poopers. Like, you can't have fun around a Virgo because they're gonna correct you. They're the kind of people who, like, if you make a joke about something, they'll, like, explain the joke and then it just makes it not funny for everyone else. Like, thanks. The joke. I fucked my hair up. My Libra. Libras, you think you listen to people, but you don't. You're full of shit. You just sit there and look pretty while people talk at you, hear keywords, pin them in like your mind pin board, and then just sort of regurgitate what they said back to them in a way that's filled with compliments so they think they're being listened to. You're really good at that, but I know you're full of shit. Because really, before you even started talking to this person about whatever the fuck you guys are debating, you already knew what you wanted to do. And you've just been making a plan the whole time to convince that person to think that they're part of it in a way where, like, they think that they're being listened to and they think that they're part of the plan, but you already made the plan and you're just manipulating them into being passive about it. Yeah, you're shitty listeners because you don't care. You don't care what the other people are saying or what other people want. You just pretend you do really well. Like, I'll give you that. You do a good job of it, but Jesus Christ. Scorpio. Oh boy. Where do we begin with Scorpio? First of all, you're liars. You're not honest at all. Like, you're full of shit. See, Geminis lie, but they lie about inconsequential stuff. Scorpios withhold the truth. Which is worse almost, because like when a Gemini lies about something, like they'll just look you in the face and tell you it's Tuesday when it's Wednesday, but does that really make a difference at the end of the day? Does it really matter what day of the week it is? When a Scorpio will like neglect to mention the fact that they did something really shitty that you wouldn't approve of, which is terrible. Y'all need to stop. Scorpio is the sign of all about trust. They're actually like one of the least trustworthy signs in the zodiac. You can trust them to like keep a secret, but that's the thing, is that they keep a few too many secrets, and in the end that actually does make you a liar. Sagittarius, you're so flaky. Man, I love my Sagittarius friends, and I love going out with my Sagittarius friends, but you can't fucking make plans with them. With a Taurus, you can't do something spontaneous. With a Sagittarius, your only choice is to do something spontaneous, because if you try to make a plan, they'll fucking bullshit you to your face. They'll make a time and a day, they will set it all up, they will discuss it with you, and then they will just text you 5 minutes beforehand and tell you, just kidding, something else came up. Because Sag likes to do what they want to do in the moment, and a Sagittarius person always has people coming at them all the time with cool plans and cool ideas. Truth be told, they just don't give a fuck about you. If you have a plan that sounds interesting, they'll ditch someone else to hang out with you, so in a way it is kind of fair. Fuck you, Sag, you're so flaky. Capricorn. Why are you so pessimistic about everything? Like, a Capricorn will not say anything unless it's in like a negative context. Like, they're not gonna ask you like, hey, did you pick up any milk? They're gonna say, I guess we don't have any milk in the house, in a really rude, passive-aggressive way. Nobody wants to be around you because you're so fucking negative all the time. And you make everything into this like neurotic, over-the-top plan. Like, it's not fun anymore because you over-planned it, and because you're offended that nobody gives a shit about the fact that you planned it. If you go out of your way to make plans and then like people don't cooperate with what you wanted to do, like, you just end up sulking the whole time, then you're no fucking fun. No good to plan the party if you're just gonna be a party pooper about it. Aquarius. You're not that cool. Okay, I think Aquarius invented the duck face, because every Aquarius I know does this. Just because you say the opposite of the status quo doesn't mean it's smart. Like, there's a reason that the status quo is the status quo. And I get it, it's super cool. You want to challenge people's ideas, you want to challenge mainstream thinking, but like, suggesting something stupid is still suggesting something stupid. Like, you're cool and unique, but that was dumb. You're also like incredibly reckless. I think Aquarians have like that mentality that like they're immune to anything that could possibly go wrong. Or they think they can just roll with the punches or drop out if it gets too scary. Pisces. Oh my god, get your shit together, Pisces. Holy fuck. Pisces is another one of those signs that'll just make shit up if it's convenient for them. Like, they have no grounding in reality whatsoever. It's really just a matter of how they feel. Like, if you ask them the question, depending on how they're feeling, you'll get a completely different answer every time. You're so fucking unreliable. Oh my god, can you stop it with the martyr shit? You are responsible for the shitty decision you made to do something nice for someone who doesn't appreciate it, because you know they don't appreciate it. And what really sucks about it is that you don't even want to like take credit for the fact that you did it to manipulate them so that you can make them feel bad for being shitty to you after. You let people walk all over you. You're not powerless. In fact, you're very powerful. You just refuse to acknowledge it. You really need to just break up with that person, because like, I know you're dating someone shitty and you know you're dating someone shitty, and you should just really stop instead of just being in that relationship so everyone around you can feel bad for you. You can just talk about how much you do for people all the time and how nobody appreciates you. And can you please stop shitposting about your feelings on Facebook? Like, you gotta stop. Well, I hope you're all feeling officially dragged. I'm not hating, but I'm kind of hating. I hope you had fun. I will be posting more videos about actual astrology, in depth, my thoughts about stuff in the future. This is just a fun little introduction to sort of my style, I guess, and I hope you liked it. I'm more into the concept of astrology videos for astrologers, so if you're looking for basics, I would recommend my friend Canary Quill Astrology, because she has done a Basics of Astrology series on her channel, and they're awesome. If you are one of those people who knows a little bit about natal charts and astrology, then you're gonna like what I post, so stay tuned.